everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today. We are making a beautiful video about this property. It's called MIRABELLE House. It's coming up on the market today for €80,000. I'm actually selling it on behalf of some very good friends of ours. Actually not selling it as such, I'm just making this video, and I'm going to put all the contact information for the owners in the description, in the comments down below. You'll be able to see more information, or you can just message me and I'll put you in touch with the right people. They bought this place 3 years ago and fully renovated it, so everything that you see has been done within the last 2 to 3 years. It's had roof repairs. I mean, all the roof has been completely sorted out. It's got all new double glazing, completely rewired, new plumbing, there's a new septic tank. There's been a fruit orchard planted, there's raised beds down there, polytunnel, there's barns. It is an amazing property. Coming up today for €80,000. I'm going to start off by showing you around the inside, and you'll soon see why and what we're looking at. This place is really stunning. Let's say it's 2 separate houses. We'll have a look at the main house upstairs first. Come up these steps and you've got a self-contained property up here. Walk in through a big hallway, conservatory space, and into this amazing kitchen. You've got beautiful views out there. We're in the middle of November today and it is quite cold, but it is beautiful out. And now the leaves are starting to fall off the trees. You can actually see the southeastern Rhodope Mountains, probably not on camera. We've actually got lovely views through the trees and through the houses there. We're quite close to the centre of the village, but you wouldn't know it. It's so quiet. There's no immediate neighbours. I'll say a bit more as we go around and have a look around the land, but let's have a look around the house first. Like I said, come through the main doors into this beautiful kitchen. Everything that you see, kitchen-wise is included. Some of the furniture is going to be taken, like this table and chairs here. Other things are going to be included. You've got a lounge space here through the first door on the right. Lovely big windows, lovely big views. And the whole house has also been plasterboarded, insulated, new ceilings. Lovely wood burner. And then you've got a bedroom through the second door on the right. Big double bed, triple wardrobe, little window out there onto the road. I'll try and remember to show you the side of the property and a bit more about the location as we go around. And then through here, we've got a lovely big bathroom. Shower, sink, toilet, and again, lovely views over the garden. And I've got lots of pictures of this place now as well, so if you'd like the full set of photos, drop me a message and I'll happily send those across, or to the owners and the direct sellers, and they'll have the same set of photos. Also photos of this place in the summer. You've got a little utility room out the back here with boiler, washing machine, somewhere to keep your hoover and your mops, that sort of thing. But yeah, the owners have also got beautiful pictures of this place in the summer if you want to see it. I always think it's best to try and sell a house during the summer months, but actually, when I arrived here today, I was so pleasantly surprised how beautiful everything's still looking for November. The trees have still got leaves on, everything's just beautifully kept, very clean, and it is ready for you to just turn up, move in with a suitcase and you're set. Beautiful rose bushes. We've got grapes growing up here. Lovely dark grapes. You're on mains water and you're on mains electricity. This tap, as with most properties in the village, is actually connected up to a pipe network that goes to a lake a couple of miles behind the village, and through the summer months, something like April, May until October, however long the water lasts, you've got lake water there to water your garden with, which is a great benefit. You've also got this well, which is hooked up to a pump. Just plug that in and go. You can water the garden with that. I'm going to show you the second house now, and then we'll have a proper walk around the garden and talk a little bit more about all of that. But this here, everything that you see now, going all the way down that way, is also all renovated and ready to move straight in. We'll come through the main entrance, which is this door. I'll show you inside. It's lovely and warm in here today. probably only 10 or 15 degrees outside. You've got this fire going, which you can also cook on, and with that, it's just making this whole space down here so lovely and warm. Again, it's all plasterboarded, and there's insulation behind the plasterboard and insulation in the ceilings, so it's really snug. Double glazed, I mean, even the window's open, otherwise it would be too hot, but yeah, it's lovely. Got fly screens on all of the windows as well, which is another great plus. Yeah, beautiful kitchen, washing machine, and again, the furniture is not included down here. Things like the table and chairs are going to be taken with them. Things like the wood burners and you know, fittings and fixtures and everything's going to be included. This was actually originally planned to be a bedroom. This could be a 2-bedroom dwelling, but it's actually just been used as a storage space. They've kept the original beams, and it's just been turned into a shelving units in a sort of storage space, potting shed type area. But you've got tiled floors. Like most of the property, it's either tiled floors or laminate flooring. Again, it's all new concrete poured before that was all put down. Same in there, you've got tiled floors. No, you've also got a door out that way as well, straight out into the garden. Let's have a look through, and you'll be amazed how this place just keeps going on and how much more beautiful it gets just through here. First of all, there's a bathroom here on the left. Again, sink, toilet, lovely big spacious shower, drain in the floor there, big, looks like at least an 80-litre boiler on the wall, and then you've got a living room. It's really nice how they've kept these old beams in the ceiling, plasterboarded in between them, LEDs in between that. Again, beautiful wood burner. Yeah, if you've got both of these going, even in the very coldest months of the winter, you're going to be super snug down here. And then through the final door, and you're into the bedroom. And as I said, you could make this into a 2-bedroom place if you wanted to convert the other room on the other side of the kitchen as a spare room or a guest room. This place has so many possibilities. It could be suited to families with kids. You could easily convert it and put a staircase in and actually turn it into one property. You could live in one property and rent the other one out. You could Airbnb it. There's a big demand for that kind of thing around here. There's so many things you could do with this. It's just great to have, you know, even if you just want to live in half of the property and keep the other half for when you've got friends and family visiting. They've got their own place to come and stay and move into and be comfortable. I was going to go out of the bedroom door, I forgot to do that. Now I'm back here, I'll show you it from the outside. But out of the bedroom door, they've just finished building a lovely terrace area. Got this shading up here, just as some temporary shading in the summer when it's really hot. Definitely cools it down a bit. Amazing yuccas, you've got rosemaries and thymes growing. Beautiful flowers, pomegranates, look at these. Beautiful red pomegranates, they're just ready now. They're starting to split. Yeah, beautiful. Really, really nice. This is a sour cherry. As I said, you've got grapes, sour cherries, pomegranates, plums, and I'll talk you around some of the orchard as well when we get around to it. Here you've got raised beds, vegetable garden area, with all these hoops over so you can cover them up in the winter or put shade over them in the summer. Lovely fresh lettuce and spinach growing there. Got radishes as well maybe. And yeah, this deck here has just been completed. The concrete slab was put down 2 or 3 years ago when they bought the place, and they've just constructed this shading area here, and you can walk straight out of the bedroom and onto this beautiful space, looking over everything you've grown. As well as all of that, you've also got barn space down here. So, and again, this has all been this has been renovated. This room here, so you've got a new door. Where do I turn the lights on? Is that the light? Yeah, there we go. So just a great garage space. As you can see, it's got a new roof. It's got a new concrete floor. Just a great garage space / storage area. And then there's still more to show you. Let's have a look down here. Wood storage. There's loads of logs. Now they are living here currently and they are going to be burning those logs, so there's probably not going to be many left by the time the new owner moves in, but there might be a bit of wood left, might be a bit of wood included in the sale. I'm going to see how that goes throughout the winter months, but like I said, at the minute we're in the middle of November. You don't need to have the fire going, but it is lovely to have a nice warm fire inside on a day like today where you've got a slightly cooler breeze. So yeah, it's owned by two English people and they love the village. They're going to stick around. They want to buy something bigger, so they're putting this house up for sale, buying something slightly larger. But this is still a massive space, especially compared to Western European properties. I think the land measures just over 1,000 square meters in total. And as you can see, it's enough room to do everything. You've got seating areas, you've got vegetable growing areas, you've got orchards, you've got lawn space, you've got a driveway, you've got a new cesspit area here. You can't see it, but it's under the grass there, and there is a vent over there by the concrete edging. And then that actually has an overflow which runs into the main sewage system in the centre of the village, which is, if you can just see that yellow building in the centre of the screen now, just probably the sun's blocking it out, but that's the centre there. You've got two really great village shops. They also do great salads and things like that. You can get some food down there. You've got a post office. Now over there is the old village church, which is still in use. Just before I started the video, the church bells were ringing, which is beautiful. And just beyond that was the old village school, which has fallen into a bit of a state of disrepair right now, unfortunately. It was up for sale a couple of years ago. But yeah, amazing old building that might get restored one day. You have an old village house in front of you there, which nothing's been done to it for ages. It's got a new roof frame on it, but it was never completed. Potential to buy that one as well if anyone's interested. No one lives to the side there. The house is owned and they will come occasionally for weekends, but no one lives there. And then the same with the house behind. There's a beautiful house behind which is owned by a couple from the city. They'll turn up occasionally at weekends, tend the garden. But apart from the chainsaw today, which is not a usual occurrence, it's a very peaceful, quiet spot. The house on this side isn't lived in. It's owned by the farmers in the village and they use it for storage sometimes. They've got a tractor parked in the garden. I think the chainsaw's coming from a few downs down today. But as it's getting a bit cold now, I think everyone's just chopping up wood, getting ready for the inevitable winter that is going to come. There's one raised bed in here with some big peppers growing. They must have been hit by a frost now, but their original plan was just to put a load of raised beds in here. The shading really helps in the real heat of the summer. You know, we're very close to the Greek and Turkish border down here. It does get really hot in the summer, which is one of the reasons we love it. But yeah, a bit of shading over the vegetable area helps, and in the winter you can put polythene over this, and you know, I've seen a lot of the old people in the village growing tomatoes and strawberries and things all the way through the winter, all the way up to Christmas. So this wall here is the boundary. So it's a rectangular plot. Got the house there, the barn's down there, polytunnel. It runs just up to that side of the polytunnel, just beyond that. The back wall of the house is the back border of the property, although you are always granted something like 60 or 100 centimetres to get in there and work if you need to, but there's nothing that needs doing there particularly. I think it's not painted yellow, but it is all rendered out the back. Beautiful old cart here. So yeah, this fence line is the border. Now we've got another raised bed here, and then loads of fruit trees. There's an apple, I think there's a few apples, I think there's a few of everything, but there's cherry trees here, there's peaches, there's nectarines, these are apricots. You've got a huge walnut tree at the end there, and a big wild pear tree as well. That might be a plum, I think. This was all just planted last year, I think, or maybe the year before. It's all been mulched, and they're all taken now, so they're safe, and they're going to really soon develop into a beautiful little food forest here for yourself. I think the only thing left to show you really is the roadside, and talk a bit more about the location of where we are. Show the property from the side. I think I mentioned the roof right at the very beginning. All of the tiles were all stripped off the whole roof 3 years ago. Everything was taken off. Anything that was broken or rotten was replaced. And then it had black felt put back down, rebattened, refelted, and then used the old tiles. Now these old tiles have a reputation for being a lot better than the tiles they make these days. and I've seen that to be true on many occasions. So the roof's all in really good shape. You've got new chimneys as well that have been built, all new guttering, brand new roof over the steps there, and over the terrace areas over there as well. You've got a big drive where you can drive the car in. I mean, you can fit 4 cars on this drive, I would think. And underneath the tarp here, you've just got a load of manure that was used for the garden. They said that can be included as well. They don't really need any more on the veg beds or the trees or anything right now, but you can never have too much manure in a garden like this. Great to have it for next year. What else can I show you? Let's have a little look at the roadside here then. We're 15 minutes to town. The nearest town is Lubomets. It's a lovely town. You've got decent shops, restaurants, everything you need over there. So you can see how far the garden goes up there on the left hand side. There are your gates. That's my van there. Yeah, that's it. I've taken a picture of the back of the house. It's quite hard to see, but like I said, if you want to see the photos, if you want any more information, I'm going to put the contact details of the owners in the description, in the comments. Give them a call, drop them an email. If you have any problems, you can message me. I'll also put my contact information in there. But yeah, they'll be dealing with the sale directly. We have great solicitors that can help with everything if you need it, translators, all that kind of thing. But there you have it, Mirabelle House, coming up today on the market for 80,000 euros. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you did. And as always, we'll see you again soon in the next one.